I will be talking about sustainable use of God's creation. The Genesis chapter 1 tells us how God created the world and saw that all was good. In verses 26 and 28 and in Psalms 8:6, we find that God gave humans dominion over His creation. So, what the Bible says is that God first created the universe. He created the earth and all the living things on earth, all the plants, all the animals. God also created man, Adam and Eve, and the Bible says that God has given human beings dominion over His creation. The word dominion has been interpreted in various ways. Some people say it is a perverse way of using nature. In fact, many people who are critics of the Bible, they blame the Bible, saying that it has given freedom to human beings to perversely exploit the earth and all the resources that are found in the earth. However, here I prefer to interpret dominion as the freedom to use. Thus, we infer from the Bible that God gave humans the freedom to use His creation for our benefit. While God has given us freedom, the Bible, however, lays down codes of conduct for humans so that they use God's creation sustainably. Now, this word sustainable has been used so much in current day-to-day usage. People talk about sustainable development, sustainable goals, and so on. So, what does this word sustainable mean to us? So, the sustainable use can be defined as the use of any resource in a way that it does not deprive the future generations of its benefits. So, this can be, in other words, stated that, for example, if there is a river that flows through a village, the people do not pollute the river or damage the river or dam the river or divert the river. They allow the river to continue to flow through the village all their generation so that it remains clean and useful for their children. Their children also do the same thing, so it continues over the generations. This is what is meant by sustainable use of a natural resource. In 1992, the leaders from all countries of the world, they met at Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. This was one of the world's largest conventions in recent history. The purpose was to adopt the Convention on Biological Diversity, which is a framework basically used to govern the Earth's living resources. So, the Convention on Biological Diversity 1992 underlines the need for sustainable use of Earth's resources, especially the biological resources or what we call the living resources. So, the Convention on Biological Diversity today has been ratified by all the countries of the world. India is also one of the signatories of the convention, and this convention guides us on how we sustainably use the biological resources of the earth. Thousands of years before the Convention on Biological Diversity, the Bible has very clearly spelled out, among other codes of conduct, that natural resources should be used in a sustainable manner. So, the following verses in the book of Deuteronomy states If a bird's nest chance to be before thee in the way, in any tree or on the ground, whether they be young ones or eggs, and the dam sitting upon the young or upon the eggs, thou shalt not take the dam with the young. But thou shalt in any wise let the dam go, and take the young to thee, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest prolong thy days. Deuteronomy 22, 6-7. Now, what this verse means is that the word dam, the dam means the parent or the mother. So, if you see a nest on your way with the mother sitting on the eggs or the chicks, it is not wise to take the entire lot. It is better, as the Bible says, to let the mother go and take only the eggs or the chicks, so that this mother is able to nest another time and you are able to collect the eggs and chicks some other time, so in future. So this means that you are using it in a sustainable way. Now, this is one of my favorite passages in the Bible, and in my opinion, the most ancient of all documented codes of conduct that might have talked about sustainable use of natural resources. So, the Bible very clearly says that if your days have to be prolonged, if you have to live comfortably, if your children have to live comfortably, if all the future generations have to live comfortably, you have to use the natural resources in a sustainable manner. It is this that has been over the centuries amongst the people, and people have had the tendency to use resources sustainably. On the other hand, we are finding today perverse exploitation of nature. There is hardly any sustainable use, that natural resources are degrading very fast. There are many other instances in the Bible which really tell us how God loved His creation and God gave us His creation to take care of the creation. God does not give us permission to perversely exploit His creation. Particularly, the book of Psalms tells us the following. In Psalms 24, verse 1, we find that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell in. Now, this is a psalm written by King David, who fully acknowledges that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness, in all completeness, everything that is found on earth, the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell in. Apart from the human beings, the plants, the animals, the birds, the insects, everything that we find on earth is the Lord's. God has further said, every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. This is found in the book of Psalms, verses 10. In the following verse, which is verse 11 of Psalms 50, it says, I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. So this means, these two verses mean that everything, the beast, the cattle, the fowls, everything that is on earth belongs to God, and it is only His grace that has allowed us to use them. So we should not think that these are organisms which have been found on earth just for our benefit, just for our explanation. The Bible in Genesis 1 says that God, when He created, He saw them and said it was all good. He loved His creation. But since He loved humans much more than His creation, as the Bible says, He has given us the opportunity to use these for our own benefit. So we have to use this with a lot of humility, with a lot of thankfulness to God. Perverse exploitation should be avoided. While God has given us dominion, that is, the freedom to use over His creation, the Bible clearly states that we have to exercise the dominion in a wise and responsible manner. In other words, sustainably. So, in this brief presentation, I have been able to communicate to you some verses from the Bible that clearly guide us on how we should use the natural resources. As I told you from the beginning, all natural resources of the earth are God's creation. God created them. God loved them. God also saw that they are good, and He has given us dominion to use them. Is it not our duty to use it wisely? Today, sadly, we see perverse exploitation of nature, wanton destruction of nature, and as a result, there is also retaliation, all kinds of problems, floods, landslides, diseases. All these are caused because of wanton destruction of nature. As children of God, we must be responsible and we must set an example to others by using the natural resources in the most sustainable manner. This will help our children also learn sustainable use, and over the generations, the earth and the fullness thereof will continue to remain forever and ever. Thank you.